I'm gonna go through it very quickly habang nire-review yung answer nyo. Number 1, you need to provide a reason why your marriage broke down in order to get a divorce. Kailangan mo magbigay ng rason bakit kayo naghiwalay bago ka mabigyan ng divorce dito sa UK. That's number 1. Number 2, you cannot get a divorce until after the first year anniversary of your marriage. Sa Tagalog, hindi ka makakakuha ng divorce hanggat hindi natatapos yung unang taon na anniversary ng inyong kasal. That's number 2. Number 3, you need to have your original marriage certificate when you are applying for divorce. Kailangan mo ng iyong original na marriage certificate when you make a divorce application. Number 4, you will be automatically jailed if you are caught having an affair or had an affair. Makukulong ka dito pag ikaw ay nahuli na nangangaliwa o make a bet. Number 5, you can defend the divorce if you think you still have a chance of getting back together. You can defend the divorce. Pwede mong i-defend ang divorce kung sa tingin mo may chance pa na magkakabalikan kayo. Number 6, you have to state who to blame as the reason for the breakdown of your marriage in order to get a divorce. Kailangan mong sabihin kung sino ang may kasalanan ng inyong paghihiwalay in order for you to get a divorce in the UK. That's number 6. Number 7, decree nisi, o kung ano yung middle portion ng divorce proceedings, is now called a conditional order, and you have to wait 20 weeks to get one. So, decree nisi na nasa gitna ng proseso, ng divorce ay ngayon ay tinatawag na conditional order at kailangan mo maghintay ng 20 weeks in order to get one. Or at least 20 weeks. Number 8, you can only get a divorce if you have settled your finances. Makakaroon ka lang ng divorce dito sa UK pag naayos na ang finances nyo. Number 9, or settled. Nagkaroon kayo ng settlement sa finances. Number 9, you can now do a joint divorce application. That's fairly straightforward. So, Tagalog, pwede na kayong sabay na mag-apply for divorce in the UK. And finally, number 10, the order that confirms you are divorced is now called the final order instead of decree absolute. Sa Tagalog, yung dating tinatawag na decree absolute na nagbibigay kumpirmasyon na kayo ay divorsyado na, hindi na decree absolute ang tawag daw, kundi final order. Right. No cheating, exchange papers, at tayo ay mag-check na ng mga answer, and I will provide a little bit of explanation dito para naman matandaan natin at para pag narinig nyo yung maling impormasyon dyan sa pub nyo, sa workplace nyo, sa bahay nyo, you can correct them, or you can signpost them to this episode para sabihin, yan ang truth or myth, at ayun ang explanation bakit ganun na, bakit truth or bakit myth, and kailan nag-umpisa yung pagbabago na yan, kung may pagbabago man. Right, let's crack on to it. But first of all, I want to say kung ano yung period of change. We call it the pre-April 2022. Yan ang ating magic time. Hindi siya magic time. That's the date kung saan nag-umpisa yung mga big changes in divorce proceedings. And that's the reason why siguro kung huli yung napag-aralan o nabasa yung divorce proceedings before that, kaya siguro ngayon ibang-iba na. So this is post April 22, 2022. Ito na po ang batas ngayon sa pagkukuha ng divorce dito sa UK. Number 1, you need to provide a reason why your marriage broke down in order to get a divorce. That's a myth. That's no longer true since April 2022. You need to confirm that the marriage has broken down, but you don't need to provide the reason anymore. And that's the big change that has happened. The reason for that is the law wants everyone, gusto nila na maayos o less aggressive yung start ng proseso na to, dahil may iba pang dapat pag-usapan ng mag-asawa kundi yung mga anak, yung anak nila, yung children arrangement, as well as the finances. So the court is saying na, naalala niyo po, tatlo po ang ating kailangang pag-usapan kung ikaw ay in a process of separating with your spouse. I'm just doing a visual here. So the first one is children. Napag-usapan natin yan. Ito, hindi natin makita, no? Kunwari tatlo yan. Kunwari nakikita nyo. C for children. 2 episodes ago, that was the truth or myth. The next one is finances. Last episode, that was the truth or myth. CF. And then, ang last is the divorce. So that's the third one. So, may rason bakit iba-ibang sticky notes ang ginawa ko. Dahil po magkakaiba yan. Iba-iba yung batas sa kada topic. Children, finances, divorce, iba-iba po yan. So sabi ng korte, huwag niyo nang pag-awayan to, yung pagkukuha ng divorce. Di na namin kailangan malaman kung ano yung rason. As long as you confirm na talagang, you've thought about reconciliation, thought about it, or considered it, at talagang wala na. But, kung talagang it's broken down, it's broken down. Ang pag-usapan niyo, the finances, and the children. And that's all 3 separate. Babalikan natin mamaya yan kasi may ibang tanong that will probably have to use that explanation later. But number 2, you cannot get a divorce until after the 1st year anniversary of your marriage. Maghihintay ka ng 1 taon after ng inyong kasal bago ka makakuha ng divorce. Is that true or false? That is true. That is still true. That was true before April 2022 at true pa rin po siya after April 2022. So, hindi pwede na kinasal ka ngayon, magdi-divorce ka bukas. Siguro the reasoning with that is, you have to at least give time for people to try. Yun din ang inaano ng korte. Tinanggal na nila yung rason, but they said, look, we'll have to keep that 1 year. At the very least, kailangan mag-try ka ng 1 taon. So that's true. Number 3, you need to have your original marriage certificate when you apply for divorce. Yes, that is still true. Dito sa UK, it's quite easy. I would say procedurally easy. Kahit sa tingin mo na hindi mo makita yung original mo, you can still ask for a certified true copy via yung mga registrar. So you still need your original marriage certificate. That's true before April 2022 kung kailan nag-change yung divorce law sa UK. True pa rin after April 2022. Number 4, you will be automatically jailed kung nahuli kang nangangaliwa or having an affair or sa Pilipinas, bigamy ba yun? Hindi po dito yan. Wala pong ganun na penalty dito. Wala din pong if you had listened to our previous episode, wala din pong penalty yan sa finances. And very rarely, actually wala din pong penalty yan dun sa children proceedings. So hindi po yan factor that will affect yung 3 proceedings na yan. So that's a myth. Hindi ka ikukulong kung ikaw ay nakahuli na nangangaliwa. Number 5, you can defend the divorce if you still believe, and honestly believe, that you can still get back together with your spouse. Sa tingin mo, pwede pa kayong magkabalikan. You can defend the divorce. Is that true or myth? That is a myth. Ngayon, ang defense available is, kung sa tingin mo, mali yung jurisdiction, wala talagang jurisdiction yung UK. Pero kung dito kayo nakatira, no, isa sa inyo, habitually resident dito, o may mga assets kayo dito, and andito yung domicile nyo, sometimes that's also a question, then unless yun lang ang argument, unless na yun ang sinasabi mo na wala talaga kayong connection sa UK, that's the only way that you can defend the divorce proceedings in the UK. Hindi po enough kung sasabihin mo, naku, may chance pa naman kami kung talagang yung pupunta kami marriage counseling o ano. That's not enough. Ang sinasabi nila, paano kung siya lang breakdown na, ako hindi pa, breakdown pa rin po yun kung sa kabilang tao ayaw niya na. So, as much as it hurts, unfortunately, it's not enough na sa tingin mo pwede pang na-salvage yung marriage. It's not enough to defend a divorce proceedings. So, that statement is a myth. Number 6, you have to state who to blame. Kailangan mong magbigay ng kung sinong may kasalanan, bakit kayo naghiwalay in order to get a divorce. Again, myth. Dahil nga dun sa changes, post-April 2022, no reason needed, no reason to cite blame. Yung tawag nilang no-fault divorce, ang tinatawag nila doon. Di mo kailangan mag-apportion ng blame, di mo kailangan magturo kung sinong may fault in order to get a divorce. So that is a myth, and that's new. Although previously, kailangan mong mag-cite ng unreasonable behavior. That's pre-2022 na proceedings. So if you started the proceedings post-2022, it's, you don't need to cite who to blame. Number 7, decree nisi, or yung pinakagitna ng proceedings, ay tawag na ngayon ay conditional order. At kailangan ko maghintay ng 20 weeks in order to get one. Is that true or false? That is true. It is called conditional order, and you have to wait 20 weeks bago ka mabigyan ng conditional order. The reason for that is dahil nga pinasimple ng korte, madali na lang daw kumuha ng divorce, hindi mo na kailangan magbigay ng blame, mag-apportion ng blame, hindi mo na kailangan magbigay ng rason. The court says, look, use that time. We won't hurry you up. Use that time to talk about the children, children and finances. Ito, huwag nyo nang isipin, pero ito ay dyan lang, 20 weeks, so that you can deal with those two. You can deal with how you're gonna split the childcare and how you're gonna split your finances. Kaya matagal-tagal. Noon, pre-2022, hindi ganun ka tagal yung hintay. Ngayon, imagine 20 weeks is about 5 months. So maghihintay ka ng 5. Gamitin mo daw yon. Mag-usap kayo about those other things. Kasi hindi na kayo pinag-aaway about dito sa divorce. So doon kayo mag-usap. O if you kailangan nyo magdebate, yun ang i-allocate nyo ng resources nyo at energy nyo. Dahil ang mahalaga nga naman, maayos ang mga bata at maayos ang inyong mga finances. Gandang segue for number 8. You can only get a divorce. Ngayon, attorney, can I only get a divorce kung tapos na finances? That's a myth. You can get a divorce without absolutely dealing with the finances, pero hindi po namin recommended yon. Not recommended, pero hindi naman imposible. We would say, please pakiayos din ng children arrangement ninyo mag-asawa kung ano yung time ng mga bata dun sa kabilang parent and ng time dun sa inyo. But kung hindi pa ayos yan at hindi rin ayos ang finances pero gusto niya mag-divorce, that is fine. That is doable. It's not impossible. Hindi po yan requirement na ayusin niyo lahat. Bibigyan kayo ng time, pero kung hindi pa rin ayos, then it is still possible to proceed with that. Number 9, you can now do a joint divorce application. Pwede na palang sabay kayong kinasal, sabay din kayong magde-divorce. Yes, that is true. Yan ang bagong feature ng divorce application ngayon. Dahil nga, wala naman kayo masyadong pagtatalunan ng spelling ng marriage, yung spelling ng spelling ng pangalan nyo, spelling kung saan kayo kinasal. Those are facts. You have to be very careful, by the way, if you're doing this on your own, if you're typing yung mga kung saan kayo kinasal details from the marriage certificate, it is as it appears in your marriage certificate. So, ang thought process ng law, ng korte dito is, wala namang controversial na mga tinatanong doon. So, pwede kayong sabay kayo, join kayo, collaborate kayo dyan para andun kayo sa situation na you're starting on the right footing. Nag-uusap kayo, hopefully yung cooperation na yan, mag-transfer din doon sa pag-uusap niyo sa bata at sa finances. So, kung nag-umpisa daw kayo dito ng maayos, medyo joint kayo, collaborative, sana daw, ang gusto ng korte mahawa din yung pag-uusap niyo dun sa dalawang other areas. Now, last one, the order that confirms your divorce is now called final order instead of decree absolute. That is true. The reason for the changes dun sa isipin niyo, bakit naman gano'n? Ba't kailangan pang baguhin yung mga pangalan? Simplicity daw para itong madaling maintindihan. Kasi pag conditional, as it says, the conditional, alam mong hindi pa tapos. And pag final order, alam mong final order na, tapos na. So it's really for simplicity. They're trying to make it more user-friendly para less na yung gastos nyo. So I actually sometimes say to people, look, you can do the divorce on your own. Dahil napakadali lang, wala naman kaming kailangang ilagay dyan na legal submission or mga batas. Unless there's an argument about jurisdiction kasi international masyado yung family. Unless there's something like that. Most of the time you say, if you gusto mong makatipid dahil, yun nga, may dalawa pa tayong kailangang ayusin, finances and children, pwede mong gawin yung divorce proceeding dahil hindi na siya ganun ka komplikado. I hope that's helpful. I hope that's interactive and sana din mataas ang mga grade nyo dahil ilang taon na po tayong, although itong topic na to bago to kasi nga bago ang batas since last year. So, Mr. Laragan, ano grade?